Well, I was hoping for a nice sunny spot somewhere with a good view of Mount Hood, but it's not looking like that's gonna happen. So I guess at this point I'll take what I could get. I pretty much had given up hope on finding a nice sunny spot with any view of Mount Hood because I was down in the forest and it was just really dark, and it gets dark so early nowadays, and I thought that I had missed my window of opportunity. And I was about to throw in the towel and just pick a spot, but something in my head said, you know what? Just keep going. Persevere. There's a spot out there. And looks like it paid off. Oh, there is just one thing I gotta do real quick before we get settled in here. Much better. Now, I made some changes in here in the interior, but before I go in and show you the finished product, I'm gonna go ahead and play some of the footage that I got while actually making the changes because, well, I went through the effort of filming it thinking I was gonna make another video out of it, but it didn't work out, and that's actually part of the reason why I missed you guys last week. So since I have the footage, I'm just gonna go ahead and play that right now. Now, it's no secret that the interior of the camper is pretty old and vintage, and I mentioned in previous videos that I have plans to do a full renovation sometime in the future. At what point that is going to happen is still to be determined, but until then, there are some things that I would like to go through on the interior and update, just to give the camper a little bit of a nicer, more modern feel for the time being until I get to the actual renovation, if that ever even happens. I do know before I do that, I want to make some changes in here. I'm sure some of you guys have noticed, but there is this mold on some of the drawers. I don't know if it's mold. I'm assuming it's mold. It's like really like imprinted on the wood though, so I don't know exactly what kind of mold it is or how I could get that out. If any of you guys have some ideas on how to address this, my plan is I'm just going to end up having to sand it and paint it in the future. But until then, if you guys have any suggestions on what I can do to address this, that would be greatly appreciated. Next, I'll be removing these curtain fixtures and the mini blinds. I have mixed feelings about these because I feel like this kind of adds to the original character of the camper, but out with the old, in with the new. I am left with all of these little holes in the wallpaper now, which I'm not too thrilled about, if we're being honest. Now, as much as I love having this mirror here so I could do my makeup in the mornings, it's gotta go. That was a joke. I don't wear makeup. Oh, okay. I'm gonna definitely have to put on gloves so I don't cut my fingers open. why do you need a screw this long to hold on a decorative piece? Look at that. Probably gonna also change out the hardware on all of the cabinets because the hardware's looking pretty old. I'll show you. So not only are the actual handles themselves pretty old and outdated with this shiny gold finish, but if you look up here, all of the little latches, or hinges I should say, they're starting to get very nasty and rusted, and they just don't look good. I think it looks pretty good. I interrupt this video with a quick message from today's sponsor, VersaDri. Folks, winter is coming, and you know what that means: snow sports. Along with snow sports, it also means rain, of course, and a lot of it, particularly if you're up here in the Pacific Northwest. What is something that can be expected from both snow sports and rain? Wet boots, wet socks, wet gloves, wet hats, wet clothing. But don't worry, VersaDri has got you covered. This is the MobilDri by VersaDri, and it is the most versatile mobile dryer available. It's got an ultra powerful fan that you could either set to heat or cool mode, and it's so efficient, in fact, that the average dry time for soaking wet items is 45 minutes or less. Now, one of the coolest parts is if you get the Premier package, not only do you get the dryer, but you get all kinds of different attachments depending on what specific gear you're trying to dry off. Now, the way it works is very simple. The base is built to fit in most standard cup holders, so you just put it in the cup holder. You've got a little 12-volt carport charger. Plugs right in. Honestly, I'm very stoked to have this for the upcoming winter snow sport season because there's really just nothing worse than having wet gloves or wet socks, and when you're on the go traveling, you don't have the time or the luxury to let your stuff dry out in the sun or in a nice heated hotel room or whatever. So this is a great option if you're constantly on the go. For more information or to order your own MobilDri unit, head to VersaDri.com, and once again, thank you to VersaDri for sponsoring this video. Okay, back to the video. Yeah, so it wasn't really that exciting of footage, which is part of the reason why I didn't make a video out of it. Nothing dramatic has been changed, but I think that overall, I'm very satisfied with the changes that I did make, and I think that although they're small and kind of minor, they made a big difference, and my overall satisfaction while being in the camper is much higher now. Okay, let's go inside and check it out. That's everything. What do you guys think? Looks pretty good in here now, right? I like it. So far, so good. Now, one really annoying thing is that the other day, I showed how I got a new battery, a new lithium iron phosphate battery, a really nice battery, and I thought that that was the problem. I thought the battery was my issue, but lo and behold, we don't have power in here right now. I don't know what it is. I haven't had a chance to get into the electrical system and figure it out, but that is what's next on my list of stuff to take care of. It's a huge bummer. It just means that you know, when I bought it, the electrical system wasn't working, and I was sold the camper thinking that the electrical system was working. They said that the battery was dead, and they offered to charge it to show me, but at that point, I just wanted to get on the ferry before I got stuck again there for another few hours. But anyways, yada, yada, yada. Long story short, I still have some work to do before this thing is road ready. It's truly getting darker and darker every single day now. It's only 6:15 and the sun has already dipped down over the mountain. I don't think the sun technically sets till like 6:30, but here in the mountains it's getting dark early. Yep. Although the leaves have yet to start changing colors, autumn is upon us, and shortly thereafter it's going to be winter, which I'm pretty stoked for. Not pretty stoked, I'm very stoked. Now that I have this, I'm going to be snowboarding every day. I'm going to post up in the mountains for like a week at a time and just snowboard every day. I might even go like travel to different resorts across the country, or at least like across the West, and go snowboard at different resorts. That's a possibility. That would be cool. Make sure to stay tuned for that. I think that it might potentially get very cold tonight, so in preparation, getting out the quilt in addition to my blanket. I was just tinkering around with the wiring, and I got the lights to turn on. So for now, at least, knock on wood, it looks like the electrical system is gonna at least operate for tonight, which is awesome. That way I don't have to rely on my one light bulb from my like battery setup thing that you guys have seen me use in the past. I'm so stoked and so happy. It's so much better to have like multiple lights in here. It's gonna be better for filming, for just chilling. I spoke too soon. I knew it was too good to be true. I knew it wasn't gonna last. All the lights just randomly went off. Tonight for dinner, I'm gonna be making kimchi fried rice. To the fried rice, I'm gonna be adding this blend of cremini, shiitake, and oyster mushrooms. The kimchi, obviously, some green onion, eggs, and a little bit of seaweed. If you haven't had kimchi before, let me just tell you, it's definitely not for everyone. I'm not gonna chop it too much. I still want decent sized chunks. Next, I'm just gonna cut up some of these mushrooms. This is definitely a recipe that people are gonna either be really into, or some of you out there are probably gonna be grossed out because you hate kimchi and you hate mushrooms. Like my girlfriend Tessa. This might seem like a lot of garlic to you, but I love my garlic. Better open this up because it's about to get crazy in here. In goes the kimchi and the mushrooms. my gosh, I just realized. Let me get that far out of the way, just in case. That could have ended very badly. Now I'll go ahead and add the rice. This is rice that I already cooked, I think last night. Yeah, I cooked this rice last night for a different dish. To the rice, I'm gonna also add some kimchi juice and a little bit of soy sauce. Okay, the rice is done, but don't think for 1 second that I forgot the egg. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cook the egg separate, and I'm just gonna do sunny side up eggs because that is the traditional Korean way with kimchi fried rice. Let's dig in. Oh yeah. Oh, that's good. Now I know that there's gonna be people out there who are like, I wouldn't eat that. That looks gross. Well, to each their own, my friend. You don't know what you're missing out on. I'm trying to get a bite with egg. Mmm. Another annoying thing about not having power in here is I can't even use the sink. The sink has an electric water pump and I can't use it obviously, so just gotta give everything the old wipe down with these food safe wet wipes. I've never watched The Hunger Games, so I have decided to see what the hype is about. So that's what I'll be watching tonight. Okay, I get the hype. That was a good movie. Woo! Those are some hot huevos. Alright folks, that's going to do it for this video. Hopefully, by the next time you see me, I'll have the whole electrical system sorted out, and I might even be on the road, ideally. Thank you guys, like always, for watching. You guys go out there and go on some adventures of your own. Live life, beat the status quo, y'all know the drill. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. You gonna make the curtains for me, Luna?